Hi, everyone. Welcome back to season 3 of Hot Comes and Popcorn's movie series, The Box Office. Okay. For those who don't know, my name is Brianna.
My name is Danielle.
And my name is Bobby.
And one of the things we like to do here on this series is review movies in Black culture that we just haven't seen by now. Okay. And at the end, after, we're going to discuss our thoughts and feelings as Zillennials. And then we're going to rate it 1 through 5 on a scale of hot combs because we thought it was cute. All right. So, we're 3 seasons in and we still ain't seen stuff. So this next one, it's gonna have to be somebody who has been carrying the weight of the world. And it's gonna be Sister Act. Okay. Sister Act was written by Paul Rudnick, directed by Emil Ardolino, and it's starring, hello, Whoopi Goldberg, that girl, Dame Maggie Smith, Harvey Keitel, Wendy McKenna, Kathy Najimy. So sorry if I say her name, but I do love you, sis. Jennifer Lewis, Bill Nunn, rest in peace, and many, many more. Okay. Sister Act had a release date of May 29th, 1992. It's rated PG and has a runtime of 100 minutes or 1 hour and 40 minutes. So if you've never seen Sister Act, and we're reviewing the first one, okay, Sister Act 1. Here's a quick synopsis of it. So it follows Dolores Van Cartier, okay, as she has to relocate and live under the guise of being a nun in a California convent after witnessing her mobster boo thing commit murder, okay? Her shenanigans outside in the club cause the other nuns to, be like, look, you just need to be in charge of the choir and let it be. And she was so good at it that the choir ended up getting widespread attention. And that made things a little sticky for her when she got on TV, okay? So the way this is gonna go, we're gonna talk about our in general thoughts and feelings, and then we're gonna get down to our highlights and lowlights, and then finally a rating. So ladies, how did we feel about watching Sister Act?
Well, this movie has a lot of hype. It has a lot of buzz. Particularly the second one, honestly. The first one's good, but I hear a lot about Sister Act 2 as well. And I must say, I had a great time. I was living. I said, okay, so maybe y'all were right. Maybe you were. Pretty simple, well, straightforward script as far as like story arc is concerned. But even with that, there's beauty in the simplicity because it's really just Whoopi's world and we're all living in it. So, yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say, Whoopi in the 90s, she was that girl. Like, what couldn't she do? Her comedy in this movie, it may like people may think it was subtle. To me, I had a great time. This movie was hilarious to me. Yeah, like you said, the story was pretty simple, You got through all the acts, whatever. The music I thought was very good. Um, yeah, that's my general opinion. It was a feel good movie, even though murder, but we gotta get into all that. Yeah, I thought it was a great movie.
Dare I say it? And I wrote this in my notes. This
Oh,
might be like a perfect movie. Perfect
oh,
time,
Oh,
perfect script. I didn't see a lot of plot holes, good music, good story development. Okay, funny timing. It was actually PG. Okay, I love the little
mhm.
pew pew sounds. All right, the cinematography was very cute. Look, I rarely say that about anything, but considering the fact that we watched a lot of movies and there are a lot of movies out right now that are a lot longer than it needs to be, this was like a perfect boom, 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 done. Okay. Like from beginning to the credits. Okay. I
hmm.
rarely sit and watch outside of Marvel movies, as you know, if you know, you know. I rarely sit through the credits of movies. And last time I did that was for Beyonce. And honestly, the credits were so good. Even the songs were sang by them. And I love a 1999 get your free CD today or get your CD today for 5 installed payments of 1999. It's giving very 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that like other movies should take note in terms of the storyline or anything, but like it was just nice to see simplicity done well.
Mhm. But like,
Yeah.
in addition to that, like you were saying for the credits, I liked how it kind of continued the story without actually having to continue the story. Like it showed how she went on to do records and the nuns were with her, but like you really had to
Mhm.
sit and watch the credits to understand that. Like it was great.
It's
Like
like an epilogue without actually having one.
exactly.
Love it.
It
Exactly.
was, like I said, I mean, a perfect movie. That's all I can really say. So today, ladies, since I'm kind of seeing that we feel positively about it, do we want to start with our lowlights and get those out the way and then get to our highlights? And I'll be honest, I don't have no lowlights to contribute.
I
Yeah.
have one, but it's not a low light about the movie. It's like it's about a character. And that character is Jennifer Lewis's character. And I say this because first of all, we love Jennifer Lewis here. Okay.
Mhm.
That's the first thing. But her character is the type of friend that you got to ignore. Like, what do you mean? Oh, he got you minks. Like, you, no, it's
Girl,
okay. She is a mistress to a married man, ma'am. You are supposed to be like talking sense into her. Y'all too old for this, okay? You're not supposed to be like, take the minks and it's okay. You got a good career. A career? Girl, stand up.
Controversial opinion.
Oh,
Controversial opinion. I'm a good friend, y'all. I swear. I got matching tattoos. Me and Danielle have matching tattoos.
we do.
Two, actually.
Hmm.
Um, I'm gonna tell you to stand up once, and then after that, I'm instigating the behavior.
yeah.
We've known for a long time. She's known for a long time. You've been dealing with a married man. Okay. We
Uh-huh.
know the position. I'm very like, if you're gonna do bad completely. I'm very like, if you're gonna play your role, play your role.
I
Like I
mean,
said, I'm a good friend. I promise. But
I
like, you are also an adult, and I'm only gonna tell you so many times, unless you're in a very like you are the side mistress to a mobster. I don't know how many times I have to tell you that's a bad idea. So at a certain point, I'm gonna be like, did he give me a mink? Like, let's be serious. Like,
Also,
I literally wrote down, honestly, I would have kept the mink. Ain't nobody gonna see the name in the inside. Like, that's just
would have
me.
kept
It
it
was
as
very
well.
purple. I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna play your part, play your part. But like, I understand she thought that there was gonna be some more. I also watch a lot of divorce court. Okay. And there's very clear signs and flags that
mhm.
people who are usually the forget what it's called. I'm calling the prosecutor. I know that the prosecutor, the opposite of the defendant. Then
Plaintiff.
people usually plaintiff. There you go. They usually know that there's red flags and they see the red flags. I just feel like you can't be a side piece to a mobster and expect to be treated like number one. Like you're supposed to play your role. You need to
Mhm.
play your role. And if I've already told you to get out that situation and you just like, but I love him, I'm gonna be like, okay, cool. So when he buying us dinner then? Like we just all gonna sit on the crazy train because
Right.
yes, maybe not choose that friend that's always like, okay, well, it is what it is. I'm like, no, I'm gonna tell you to stand up.
Mhm.
But then when you don't stand up, I'm gonna be like, just make sure you give me a Birkin too. Because
That's fair. That,
Yeah. No,
yeah.
I agree. I feel like a lot of it is like situational. I feel like, until you are physically putting yourself in harm or other people are being physically harmed that you are aware of,
Mhm.
then maybe I'll step back. But until then, I guess we're friends for a reason or whatever. Like you still my girl, you making a real bad decision, but you my girl.
yeah,
So,
because
Yeah.
like
you know,
I would never be
Yeah.
in this situation because my friends would
right.
never do this. So
Okay,
I'm
that
speaking
as
completely
well. Like,
Exactly.
hypothetically. And those who would do this are no longer my friends. So I don't have to
yeah.
worry about being in this situation. I'm just saying,
Mhm.
like, I thought you were going to say your low light was that you didn't see her enough because I was going to say that
Oh,
as
that
well. Like, I
too.
thought maybe they were going to come back at the end and they never did.
Right.
which was like a little disappointing. It would have been cute if they were at the church or something like that. But
Mm.
like outside of the situation is the situation. And we tell in the 90s, like, girl, like you can't be trying to get wifely roles. It is kind of dirty that he gave her his wife's coat.
That's
It is kind of
little
insane.
that
crazy.
is.
Like,
I
what is
would now what I would do and be like, girl, you better go up to that man, tell him to buy you a fresh new coat.
yeah,
He is
if
a
that counts.
mobster.
But
At,
also, sorry, go ahead, Bobby. Go ahead.
at the very least, have the wife's name taken out. You
Right.
know, and he has to do that somehow.
Yeah.
You can do that. That's it.
How realistic do we think it is that she had no clue that he was a mobster?
I was under the
Realistic.
impression she knew he was a mobster.
I thought that she knew as well, but I do think it's realistic that she doesn't know because, like, in real life, like, people are married to whole serial killers, you know, no idea. So I guess
Mhm.
it makes sense.
I think again, she was playing her role. So the fact that she got the reward of playing her role is kind of crazy that she's surprised by that. Like, you playing your role, you know that you're with a mobster, you know he's married, you know the police be looking for him. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, sometimes you put yourself in some situations like this movie, like, girl, you can't be the side piece to a mobster and think the only like he it's not even like he put her in the situation. She was like, I'm gonna give me his jacket back. Da, da, da. So you could have just walked out and left. But because of
Mhm.
their dynamics, you can tell maybe he liked her. Not gonna say anything, but his wife was a white woman.
She
And
was.
maybe he liked her attitude as a mistress, but not a wife,
Right.
Yeah.
fetishisms.
Mhm.
But
You
like I
guys
said, like if you're gonna play a role, play the role. Um,
I feel like maybe at the very least, maybe she thought that he was doing like low level fraud, you know, tax evasion, you
But
know,
not like pew pew.
but not like pew pew because that's
Right.
insane. Like, I too would be insanely shook. I would immediately start crying. I mean, I already know I wouldn't be able to
I think
handle
I
it.
would just no, I agree. I think I would just like zone out,
Yeah,
like
Uh-huh.
I
real
just
bad. But I also, if I were to date someone who was in a lifestyle of a sort,
Mhm.
um, I mean, it's situational because she walked into it. He didn't just have her in the room. She put herself into it. So it's just like a lot of them would just make you be in the room and watch.
oof.
That's one thing. Now we're in a dangerous territory, but like you just kind of walk in on it and you made yourself like I would have just been like, wow, that's crazy. Here's your mink back. like I'd be like, oh no, I'm not gonna die. Like he's gonna kill
Right.
me. I'd be like, hey, that's crazy. Here's the mink. Have fun.
Mhm.
Like,
Mm.
and he wasn't even the one that killed him, but now we just talking about semantics.
Okay, yeah. Because I
Yeah.
was going to bring up a semantic, talking about why the
Mhm.
door not locked. You know,
Why didn't she knock?
see,
But then again,
Because
because
of her attitude,
yeah.
because of the dynamic of their relationship. It
And
was
also
very like sassy per se, and
yeah.
he probably liked that. And so she
Mhm.
wasn't, I mean, the fact that she kicked him out of her room, like she wasn't gonna knock.
Mhm.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
And the goons came in and they didn't knock either. And she was like, why don't y'all ever knock? So I think she was kind of returning the the same attitude. But girl, I was trying to figure out, I was watching and I was like, would I have ran straight to the police like she did? Or would I have just left the country?
I would have gone to the police. I probably would have. Just because, well, actually, fuck, I don't know.
See? I'm like,
It's hard to put yourself in this position because I just have a feeling that
I
I
don't
would not be
know.
in it.
I don't because like, oh, honestly, no. Not if I was involved with a mobster. Absolutely not.
right?
Absolutely not.
Well,
It's
yeah,
not. That's like going to the police on the cartel. I am not doing it. I don't know
no,
what
I'm
I
just
would
gonna
do, but
run.
it wouldn't be the police
because they will.
because factually, this is not a low light. This is this. I still think this is a perfect movie,
Mhm.
but we are living in imaginary land. In real life, that's a horrible way to hide somebody. Okay, that's just horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. But this is supposed to be like a slapstick kind of funny comedy drama type thing. So I'm not gonna be on it that much because when you have that type of genre, a lot of things aren't gonna logically make sense because it won't move the story forward. So I'm not going to beat on the things that would not move the story forward because then we wouldn't have a story, right? We would never be
Right.
able to watch movies. However, no. One, because they always have a snitch in the inside. Okay. It's always gonna be a snitch on the inside.
As we
Number
saw.
two, you don't mess with people who kill for sport. Like you just don't do it. And if I saw it, I'd be like, but again, I don't know. It's really hard for me to put in this situation because I wouldn't be in the situation.
Ooh, you know what? I would probably leave the country and then send in an anonymous tip, something like that.
Mhm.
I don't think the police ever needs to know who I am. They'll need to know my name. Y'all don't get to see me, but you will get this anonymous message that this man is villainous and he lives here and he's at here at these times. And I know that. for none of
What happens when they trace the call back to you and it's the insider who's working with him, and then they come and they find you in the new country that you're in and they pew pew?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the anonymous tip lines, like your information isn't like distributed.
Mhm.
I don't know exactly how all that works, but I do listen to a lot of
I
true crime.
mean, I think it'd be very obvious that you were the one to put the tip in. Like, if you run through a casino from them and get away from them in that way, I think it'd be pretty obvious that you put the tip in. Yeah, what would I do if I had a mobster boyfriend
Mhm.
and I was his mistress? And again, she was kind of like a part of the nightlife, da 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 da. So, you know, no one's an angel here, probably.
Mm-mm.
And I walked on and was like, because I'm just saying she probably is not, I mean, maybe not specifically watch somebody die, but like she know what's going on. She ain't stupid.
Mhm.
I would probably be like, if I ran like her, I'd probably just leave. Like I'd probably just go to a different state. Honestly, I'd probably just leave completely. This is the 90s. Social media didn't exist. They can track people down, don't get me wrong, but like all she really had to do, there's so much like real life influence behind this because mobs and the casino is a very infamous topic. So it's like, as long as you're not going to where they at, I don't see why they would find me in Hickbilly, Iowa somewhere. Like, if I'm in Nevada and I go, like, I would just leave. I would just start a whole new family. People do it. People rob banks and then disappear off the face of the earth and you find them 70 years later. Like, I just wouldn't contact nobody
Don't
because
don't let me
no,
myself.
like why? I don't see the benefit in me telling the police, especially if your witness protection is for me to be a nun in
Right.
the same city or the same side of the United States. This
Right.
is in like
That did not make sense to me. I feel like if you were going to go into the witness protection, why would you go one state over when literally Route 66 is right there? Get your ass on the freeway. Boom, you in Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, somewhere over there.
again, I'm not gonna beat it up
You know.
because I know that we wouldn't have the sister part of the Sister Act.
Right.
And I do get his logic, and this is for kids, so it can't be that deep. Like it just can't be philosophically that deep. They need to keep up. They see she's a part of the nightlife. What's the last thing you think someone's gonna be a part of that's in the nightlife? Being a nun. So like, I get it. But I mean, I could poke holes through all the plot lines all day. But for what it is, I still think it's a perfect movie. I just think that I would disappear.
Yeah. Like I'm going to Europe.
Okay, like get a
Not
vacation
seeing
out
you.
of it.
Why not?
Like travel the world, girl. They are not gonna find you in Myanmar
No.
or Bangladesh, you know?
I'm saying
I'm just saying, like
they're not leaving Reno. Like,
girl, even freaking like Vancouver, Ottawa.
mhm.
Not
So-
Ottawa.
I don't know what else
You
is
can
in
at least-
Ottawa besides.
You can at least, is Toronto by California or Ottawa?
I'm pretty sure Toronto's
I mean,
near
not Ottawa.
Toronto's on the other side.
What's the one
Right?
that's on the California side?
Vancouver.
Is it Quebec?
Vancouver.
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 Yeah,
It's
I
like
just
right
go
above
to the
Seattle.
opposite side. Yeah, because Toronto's close to New York. Yeah, I would just do that. Do you guys have any lowlights?
Well, I do have a couple, but I can't even like really even say them because it's all stuff that was essential to move the plot forward. So, it just really irritated me how you're supposed to be hiding out, but then like you go on TV, But like I know that she kind of had to go on TV in order for for the story to move, so whatever.
But she didn't know
She
she
tried
was
to put the
on
baby
TV.
in her face.
Yeah.
She said baby.
That's
Yeah.
But even before then, you're supposed to be hiding out, yet you go into the bar. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
that really,
Yeah,
I was
I
like, girl,
did
stay
write.
in the house.
Yeah.
I did write going to the club in a nun outfit is crazy.
Mhm.
At
That is
least change
crazy.
your
Across
clothes.
the street. Across the street is even crazy.
Across the street.
When I saw it was across the street, I screamed, and I thought for half a second that she was gonna get found out then. And then it, I don't know, but I was like, girl, like the block is hot. Like the block is on fire. And you are doing the worst possible thing imaginable times 10. I was typing.
And you
so
have a bounty
hard.
on your head, like girl. Like
Girl.
Also,
But
can we talk about the
I like how
bounty?
silly that is.
Like he said, please bring our daughter home, dead or alive. Like,
That was good writing. That was good
hello.
writing. That dead or
Man.
alive was very funny. I
Very.
said not dead or alive, not this being a
Right.
Western poster. Like that's not really how that goes.
At all.
Like,
Mm-mm.
all right. Well, let's move on to highlights. I ended up writing a list of highlights. So I'm just gonna read down the list because I think it would just be faster for me to just read down the list.
Go for
Okay.
it.
Mhm.
The first thing I said when they were singing on stage, that outfit Whoopi was in, 8. Okay. I wasn't sure Whoopi was singing until I could hear Jennifer Lewis's voice, and I was like, it doesn't make sense for Jennifer to not be singing into her, but they ate down on that. I did say that I would keep the mink anyway. I did say that. I thought it was really funny when they was praying over the food, and she, instead of saying Valley of the Shadow of Death, she said Shadow of No Food. I said, that's me. I said, yes, ma'am.
Very
Yes,
unserious.
ma'am. That is the
Very
correct translation of that. Yes. Shadow
Mhm.
of No Food, hilarious. Them singing, I said bless their heart. That's all I could say. Bless their heart. And then it went from bless their heart to, oh, she got them to get her. She got them to get her. Okay, she said sopranos over here, altos over here. Like she
Mhm.
did what needed to be done. I said, oh, we need a Whoopi album. I don't know
Listen.
why we don't have one. We need a Whoopi album.
She told the sister to put batteries in her pack and get it to get on the piano.
Girl,
First of all, I was crying.
I was like, not the
check your battery.
I'm just happy it was real batteries. I don't know what I thought she was saying. Like she was like keeling over. She's like, check your batteries. She said, oh, okay. I said, that's good. That's good. That's good. Mm-hmm.
That was hilarious.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That was super funny. The My Girl song, I said, yeah. I was like, my God. Like, who did this? Hold on. I got my Wikipedia's up just in case, because I need to see. I don't know who Mark Shaman is, but he did that. He is the composer,
Mhm.
the musical composer of it.
Come on, Mark.
The way that they switched them lyrics up and stuff, I was like, first of all, I would go to this church. Like this church bumping. Like
It's lit.
It's lit.
it's big lit. Yeah, I did write there's always a snitch because there is always a snitch. Yeah, there is. Them damning the pilot to hell, very funny.
Please.
That is very funny. That is psychological warfare. He said, ladies.
He's
Please.
I said, not y'all hijacking this
They
man.
said,
Plane.
they said, please watch him for not protecting your children. I said, whoa.
Oh,
I said, I know that's right.
Wow.
Mm-mm-mm.
They said, God, he is not a good child. I said, whoa there.
Mm.
Let's bring it down a bit, okay? Y'all ain't paying this man no money. I would be scared. I'm not gonna lie. If there was 15 nuns in my face, I'd be like, okay, what do you want? You can rob me.
Okay.
Like, that's a scary sight.
That's
That's
too
a
much.
scary sight,
Gang.
okay?
A gang
Yeah.
of nuns? Listen, he said, I'm not
A
going to
gang, a gaggle.
A gaggle, yes.
hell.
A gaggle.
I also wrote that this is not a low light, but it was observation. What bathroom leads to the street with a double door? That was questionable to
Yeah.
me.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I don't know nothing about church like that. My church don't have the bathrooms that equal to the outside, but you know, go crazy.
Mhm.
Go crazy. That seems like a liability. When they put her in the cuffs or however they binded her, and she was in that room with him, her mobster boo thing, and he hit her on the head with that newspaper. That was so funny. It was so unnecessary.
Yeah.
She was doing a good prayer. She said, God will forgive you. He said, I love that. Boo. I said, that's unserious.
Listen, I literally wrote down, I was like, this movie is so unserious. Why would y'all keep that in there? Like a little,
Like,
hello?
is that he literally was like, I love that. Amen. Boo. I said, why is you hitting this woman's nun hat on,
Like,
baby? Diabolical.
It really is.
I said in these 90s movies, if it's one thing gonna do in a chase scene, they gonna run through somebody's kitchen and they gonna disturb the kitchen staff. Okay, they
every
gonna run
time.
through a kitchen. Every movie I see, they
It's a
gonna run through a
classic.
kitchen.
Mhm.
It's a classic. I also put I can't remember her name, but Dame Maggie Smith. I can't remember her name in the movie,
Reverend Mother?
but Dame. It was so many. At this point, Mother Superior, yes, because there are also big names on there. Obviously, Bill Nunn, Kathy, who plays one of the witches in Oop, I blanked.
Wait,
Oop,
Hocus Pocus?
Oop to Oop. Yes, Hocus Pocus.
I
Yeah. She
knew
plays the
yeah.
funny one in Hocus
familiar.
Pocus.
Yeah.
It's like, I know her,
hmm
but where?
I see Wendy McKenna everywhere. I just don't ever know who.
Was
It's like, you know how you see somebody all the time. You'd be like, I know who you are, and I just don't know why I know who you are.
What was her character?
She was Sister Mary. Ooh, nope, you're gonna go away. Maybe Mary Robert. I think she was the one that was
Oh,
singing.
yes,
Mhm.
I
The one
love
who was
her.
Her voice.
out here. I loved her and the older nun that was like up for the shenanigans. Like her hand was the first one up. I said, not this secular ass music. She said, I want it. I said, yeah, you
Um,
do.
the
She
scene
said,
when Whoopi was getting them together and Mary Roberts was having problems putting that bass in her voice. Whoopi said, push around that abdomen. She went, huh?
The diaphragm. Okay. She
Yes.
said,
and
"No, sing to
killed
that."
it.
And killed it.
I said, oh my gosh, she is
You better
up there.
lead that choir girl. Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
And then she
Yes,
got solos
immediately.
too.
I knew immediately also because she's gonna be the mousy. She's gonna be the mousy one, and then she's gonna sing every time. And I was like, yeah, I love that. Also Mother Superior. If you don't know, I am a Harry Potter fan. All right. Shout out to the Ravenclaws. I
Wait,
wrote down
Reverend Mother.
I thought it was Reverend Mother.
it say Mother Superior on Google.
Mother Superior.
So
Isn't that from like
please
Once Upon a
argue with
Time?
Google.
Okay.
I don't know why she would be a reverend in a Catholic church.
I don't know. They were calling her
Mother
Reverend
sounds
Mother.
correct
They
for a
were-
nun.
Right. That might be a little plot hole, but I don't know. I'm not Catholic, so I don't know.
Yeah, I remember. I knew I recognized her from somewhere, but I could not place Harry
Yes.
Potter. Okay, yes, amen.
I literally wrote down in all caps, she let Harry bounce off the walls in that school, but she ain't let Whoopi do not a thing in this movie. Okay. Harry was out here with the shenanigans, being invisible, flying on the broom when he wasn't supposed to. She said, I like your style, young man. We can really put you to work, but don't let Whoopi say ass or
No.
smoke. She was like, no, no, no. And I understand that's two different movies, but I'm just saying that's the character I know. And honestly, Avada Kedavra.
Yes,
So,
the little
I don't
Disney.
see why people.
yeah,
I wish that they used that more. Right, the.
The-
man, too good.
I wish that they used that more in the Harry. I mean, I just, Harry Potter's not what we're here to talk about, but I just would have been offing people.
I mean, it's him.
That's
for
my
sure.
list. That's
Mhm.
my list. What's y'all's list of highlights?
Mm.
The one-liners in this movie were great. This was my type of comedy. There was one part where Mary Robert was asking Mary Clarence, "Oh, what if I forget the words like to the song?" She's like, "You're going straight to hell." And I was
said-
like,
Yes.
and she was like, "I'm kidding." And I'm like, "This girl
Oh,
is
I
too
was
fragile."
Y'all
Like,
are nuns.
out. Right.
Joke like that.
Like, no, this girl is fragile. You cannot be doing this to her. Okay. When she was telling the story about like where were they doing? I think they were doing like jewelry or something. And she was like, we had this hooker working next door called Buckwheat Bertha, and she gathered her so quickly. She was like, "Come with me. Come with me. We're leaving."
I was crying.
It was so funny. Like
What's
it
wrong
was
with Bucky
They weren't
Bertha?
having it.
Buckwheat. I wanted to hear about Buckwheat Bertha.
I
What
really wanted to hear
happened?
that story.
Right? Like, also when they were going to go save her, save Mary Clarence, one of the nuns was like, "We can't leave it up to the feds. You cannot."
I was like, how the nuns know?
How the
How the
nuns know?
nuns know?
Okay.
We can't trust them.
And they were right, because how is it that after they hijacked this man's plane, okay,
Did.
they got to Reno before the feds did?
Lie. He had a private plane.
Like,
Not only have a private plane, he landed during daytime. So what was you doing that whole time? Why is you showing up now? They running through a casino with like 15 nuns, which is a hilarious sequence. I choose to believe that was the reason why the movie was made, just so we can see a bunch of nuns in a casino, because that was hilarious.
It was.
Yes.
But Bill Nunn, he wanted no help. He wanted no help. He just shot the man in the arm.
All Bill Nunn did was try his best, which was not good enough. And then he was the one that indirectly caused the snitch to figure out where she was hiding. So maybe it's your fault, Bill.
Maybe.
Oh, it's definitely his fault. He should have never kept her even on the West Coast.
No. She should have been in New Jersey.
Absolutely.
Also, why are you calling her on the company phone?
Why are you calling her on the company phone?
Get a burner. A pager.
Something.
Anything.
Like he tried so hard, but 2 + 2 is equaling -5, So yeah. And she was like, how did she word it? She was saying how he wasn't like a good protector, but he was a good shot, but he wasn't a good protector. And I was like, exactly, gather him, because what protection did he give? What protection did he? None.
Even when he went to get her, she still got kidnapped. I said, okay, you are just here. You are just here.
Yeah. He's trying.
You are just here for entertainment.
Yeah. Also, when they were running around in the casino and Reverend Mother, or whatever her name is, she's like, "Try to blend in," and then she ran away. I was like, now how?
I said, not these black nun things from the nun running around. Like all you see is like this, like black
literally.
like, and then that one she was on the casino. Yes, she was at the she said.
And she hit money too. I heard the coins coming down.
Okay.
The fact that she had to walk away, I know she was hurt.
Okay.
Because I sure would have sat right on that machine after she left. Because what you gonna do?
Nothing.
And you know what? I love that for her. And honestly, if I was a drunken patron in that casino at the time, I might even join in. Like they seem to be having a dang wang dang doodle of a time. And I want in. And I already know. I'm 3 shots of tequila deep. I see some 15 nuns running through. Hey girl, I'm in that line too.
I
I'm
feel
a
like I
Christina.
would think we were in The Exorcist. I'm not even gonna lie. I'd be like,
Oh.
this is a scary movie. This is the scariest movie you could ever be in. Like, if I just
Oh,
saw a bunch of nuns, I'd be like, oh no, I shouldn't be here. I don't know what's going on, but I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a part of it. Like,
Mhm,
no. Like,
mhm.
if I was high, I probably would just sit there and watch. But if
oh,
with the drunk Brianna's probably gonna leave.
Okay.
Probably gonna leave.
I mean, there's a bunch of other
Mhm.
casinos, and I'm sure that they don't have 15 nuns running around, you know? So you got
Exactly. How
options.
rare is that?
Right.
Hmm.
freaking
But
rare.
knowing myself, and I think it's the Gemini in me, I
Mm.
would want to see how it plays out. So
Mm.
I'm gonna sit on the far ends, but I'm gonna watch. You know, I need to see how everything moves. My last.
Nah,
Oh, go ahead.
nah.
No.
I was gonna say, I think after watching, there's this movie called The Town, and it has Casey Ben Affleck. We're just gonna say Ben Affleck. It's one of the Affleck brothers.
Okay.
And basically they rob a bank dressed as nuns. Like it's a bunch of them. And they have like the nun masks on and everything. And then, I'm just a big horror person. You have the movie The Nun, you all like, nah. If I saw a bunch of nuns, I would think it was a mass shooting. I'd be like, something's happening. They are
Oh,
hitting, they're hiding themselves.
oh.
Scary ookie wookie. I don't want to be here. I'll have it in the news the next day. Like, no,
Now,
no, 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 no,
unfortunately,
no, 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 no. No, 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 no. I see your face, Danielle, and it's still that. Yes, it's still very, yes, I said it because if right now in 2024, if a bunch of people ran into an establishment, now, no, I wouldn't even try to figure out if they had masks on. If a bunch of people ran into an establishment as nuns, no, I think somebody's about to die.
yeah,
Absolutely.
I fear that's the practical response,
You
yeah.
know, yeah,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't have anything,
yeah.
So,
That's
No, can't
true.
have it. But if I was
yeah.
high, I would sit and watch. I would probably sit and watch. My reaction time wouldn't have thought that quickly.
Well, yeah, eyes on
So
the
yeah,
exits, and then
yeah.
until shit pops off. I mean,
Finish the
Right.
casino, finish the little choo choo,
Right.
cash out, or
Mhm.
come back. You should always, if you're at a stable casino, you should always come back maybe later, especially if you get a lot of money, because people do sit and watch people win in casinos. That's why you should always have the machine turned off, sound wise.
Ah, yes.
I just have an encyclopedia
Brain.
of stuff that really has no reason to be known, but I know that now.
I mean, it's good to know.
It's good to know.
Even Jeopardy, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? So,
Did you have any more highlights, Danielle?
Oh, I had one more. It was when, again, they're at the casino and she's hiding. I think this is before the nuns ran in, but she was hiding and she was next to the guy that she's like, put it on red 2023 or something like that. And he rolled it and it was like red 14. And everybody looked at her like, she said, this is a lesson. This is a
I feel
lesson.
like I would fight.
Yeah.
I feel like I would fight.
Yeah. Because he put all his chips on.
Damn. So many people.
I'm fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's all I had. It was great. I had a great time watching. Go ahead, Bobby.
wonderful.
All right, Bobby, what's your highlights for Sister Act?
So I started 1 minute 35 seconds in, and I already know it's about to eat. That minute 35 seconds was when they were on stage singing for their lives and eating it up. So
Yeah.
at that moment, I dimmed the lights. I put on my fuzzy socks and I said, "Let's fucking go."
Yeah,
I did too. Yes, ma'am.
In the opening scene, not the opening scene, in the first scene that we see with her and her mob boyfriend, I noticed Whoopi Goldberg had a tattoo of Charlie Brown on her left titty. And
was it Charlie Brown?
it was Charlie Brown.
To do
girl.
research.
And
Because I saw the tattoo. I thought it was a rose. I was like, oh, she
Girl,
got
no.
a tattoo on her.
It was Charlie Brown. And I meant to Google to see if it was real or if it was like a character thing. But I have a feeling that it was real because it never came back and it wasn't like a part of her character. And I would please let it be real. Please.
Because you never see her with cleavage to know.
Exactly.
It is absolutely not Charlie Brown. Where did you get Charlie Brown from?
It definitely wasn't that Charlie Brown.
No.
I could have sworn it was Charlie Brown.
I don't even see where I thought it was a rose because I saw red in it. And
Right
you're
here.
talking about it's Charlie Brown. Who told you it was Charlie
It
Brown?
looks different now. Okay, here's the picture right here.
How? How? It's
Charlie
a
Brown.
dragon.
What picture? Oh no, not that one. Not that one. There's another one. Right here on the other side.
Oh, okay. I was supposed to say like what?
Yeah, no, not that one. Not that one.
Bobby. Okay, let me see.
Wait. Okay. I do see that there's I can't find. Okay, wait.
I
What's
could
that?
have
What's that?
sworn it is Charlie Brown.
Okay,
Girl,
that might be Charlie Brown.
screaming.
That audience that may be Charlie
Wait a
Brown.
minute.
That it looks like but it doesn't look like Charlie Brown. It looks like it looks like the little one that be having the flies around his head. It looked like that one.
I'm trying to find oh, here we go. Somebody had already Googled it. Whoopi Goldberg tattoo, Sister Act. Oh, no, these are people that got Whoopi Goldberg tattooed from Sister Act.
That's
These are kind of nice.
Wait. I want to know what that would look like. What do you mean?
Oh, like this.
The
This
nun,
one
I'm
says
assuming.
Sister Mary Showgirl on someone's knee.
That's
Why is it upside down?
I don't literally. Why is it upside down? Why is it facing your foot?
That's funny. Wait,
You
let me
know-
see it again.
Oh, here.
Let me see it again, Bobby. Wait, what's the
What
What does
joint?
it say?
It says Sister Mary Showgirl.
After Sister Mary Showgirl. Yeah, I mean, if it's not a knee, then it's this part of somebody's arm.
Oh,
It might be this part of
that
their
could be
arm.
the arm. Yeah, that would make a
A
lot
lot
more.
of people do, but they still get them upside down. Like when you straight it, it's upside down. But a lot of people get tattoos on their arm right there.
This is just all so
That's a
much.
choice.
Yeah, I can't find that Charlie Brown like a high def one, but I literally it was in the beginning. So for anybody who wants to go take a look-see, it's the first scene where
It's
she
Woodstock from Charlie Brown.
Woodstock. Okay, what is that?
The bird.
Oh, the bird. Okay. I haven't seen Charlie Brown in a while.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I don't remember a
I'm
bird. but
on
okay.
I'm on Whoopi. You don't know the okay. We're just gonna skip that. I'm on Whoopi. Go whoopigp.weebly.com, which is someone who I'm assuming runs a fan
Of
page,
course, it's on
and I
Weebly.
have
All right.
a whole bunch of fun
Nice.
facts. Whoopi fun facts. It's like 3 pictures of
Mhm.
her face, and it says she has a tattoo of Woodstock from Charlie Brown on her chest. Yes, I did see that.
And
Like I said, you never see cleavage to be able to see it, but yeah, no, you definitely saw it then.
it was hilarious. I literally I said this is I know the movie is gonna eat. I know it is now. So yeah, there was that. Also, a message for Reverend Mother Superior. It is not very neighborly to not want to accept another sister, ma'am. You know, you were pushing back real hard, and the whole thing I'm thinking is, would Jesus do this? You're a
Mm.
nun, you know? She eventually came around. Maybe
Uh-huh.
we're all just human in the end. Whatever. That was
Uh-huh.
the prayer. Bree, you touched on it. Another
funny.
line that really
Yeah,
took
very
me
funny.
down. She said, "I now pronounce us ready to eat." Amen.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
whole
It was
time,
hilarious.
She was just saying things.
she said, "I'm
She
hungry,
was like,
and we're here for the food."
And then she got her food taken away. I was like,
and she didn't even like it.
she said, "Can I have the salt?" I was crying.
I know that food was nasty. It looked like jail food.
It looked bland.
It looked like chili, but like not a good type of chili.
Not at
No.
I was like,
all.
oh, do you have to eat like that as a nun? That's weird.
Mm.
Yeah, I guess we'll never know. The choir sucked. I said, you know, the Black woman is here to fix it. I wasn't 100% sure how I felt about that in the moment, but now I don't really feel any kind of way. Like whatever, because they were all cool, so it's fine.
Right.
Also, the thing that I mentioned earlier, I had written down, girl, if it was between death and the convent, take the convent. The scene of them walking into the bar as a nun was a little off-putting, but once they got to the bar, I said, okay, this is fun. This is fine, and I will accept it. the first song that choir did after Whoopi's influence, I was on my feet, just cheering them on, screaming to the TV, yes, ma'am. She got that choir turned
They ate so bad.
so bad. Like,
The one sister who was always 5 seconds ahead of everyone else, she finally got her timing together, and I'm so proud of her.
Yeah, absolutely.
why are you
It
so
took us
early?
took us a while.
It took us a while.
Why are you so bad? Like, why do you just not know?
It all started with the piano. I'm telling you, once she got her batteries in and they were ready to go.
Something about the
Okay.
batteries.
She
Out
said,
here, okay? And
Okay.
I said, okay, you better. She was out here killing
Mhm.
it.
Period.
I said, Reverend Mother, you have a stick up your ass. I need you to take it out.
All right, well, alrighty. I didn't, yep. I did say she would let Harry bounce off the walls. So in different words, yeah.
You know, that is what I wrote. So I mean, let's see. The AJ Johnson. Did y'all notice AJ Johnson was in the movie from freaking School Days? Okay, well, she was there.
Who?
She no
AJ Johnson.
AJ Johnson. Hold on, I got a picture. Hold on.
Okay.
Y'all
Who did
know
she
AJ
play?
Johnson. She was
Was she one of the?
She was like one of the girls, like on the
Okay,
street.
yeah.
out.
I mean, I noticed them. I don't think I knew who she was, but
This lady.
that's because yeah, I
Oh,
knew who. Yeah,
like the
Yeah,
unfortunately,
yeah.
she was
that's
in
how
House
we're watching
Party.
these movies.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing with Bill Nunn. He was in Do the Right Thing, I think. I think he
Oh, he
was
Oh,
was.
the
Yeah.
guy with the finger with the
wait, that was
rings on his
him?
fingers.
Debo? No, not Debo.
Yeah.
That's okay.
No, that's
No.
not even
Radio
the right
Raheem.
movie. That is incorrect.
Radio
Yes.
Raheem. Wait,
Yes.
I got my black
Yeah.
movies mixed up.
It's
Wow.
hey, that's why we're here.
That's
That's
why
why
we're
we're here.
here.
Okay.
It's
He was
fine.
out here doing the thing in the 90s. Rest in peace to him.
No, for real, because he was a good one.
He was a good one. He was a GOAT, really.
I had a lot of notes about the casino that you guys all already mentioned, so I'm just gonna let that live where it is because what a golden piece of cinema, you know. I'm kind of curious to know what that behind the scenes setup was like now, honestly, because I know it must have been very chaotic. Like
Oh,
equipment and everyone, all the crew members and all that. I know it must have been insane. All the background actors, please. I would have hated the one doing the freaking call sheet for the day. Like seriously.
I pray for anytime I see like super complicated stuff like this, I pray for the prop department. This is where prop department and set deck become best friends. Because if set deck does their job well, props usually don't have to do an extreme amount. We don't usually have to do set deck work. But both of them, they work together. We're a team. I'm just saying, usually when set deck come with what they need and eat, the fact that most crew are dealing with it on the day of, and other crew members and other departments get to set up the set and take their time. Yeah, if set that dig, like, look, all them people, all them things, you got the guns, you got the nuns, you have the, I'm disgusted thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm just disgusted. I'm having an anxiety attack thinking about it. Like, is a problem, but hey, it's all about the end product.
And it looked good. And now here we are, however many years later, like what, 30 some years, 32 years later, talking about it, 28.
Wow.
What's that math?
I was about to say 22 years, but the 90s is 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, so 32. Wow.
It's fine.
I don't like that. I want to move on.
Yeah,
we
let's
are
move on.
moving on because wow.
I actually don't like that year. I don't like that amount of years. I don't like it. So I'm just gonna act like I didn't say it, and I'm gonna move on to say, do we have any more lowlights or highlights before we get into our ending ratings.
I have one last one. I said, girl, I enjoyed it so much. I almost started the second one right away because it popped up and I saw Lauryn Hill's face.
Yes, Lauryn Hill is in it, and I believe Shirley Ralph is in it because she told Lauryn Hill that singing was not a good idea, and then the opposite happened.
Oh, I
Like
also
in
know
the
that
movie.
in the movie. And there's that
Yes.
one really iconic, I'm not even, no, let me not.
You talking about the second movie?
Yes.
No.
Different movie. We're not even there yet, but I know that there's
No.
one
There.
thing.
We have
And
to take the baby steps.
I'm not gonna say anymore because I fear I've said too much.
All right.
That's
Well,
it.
then
Great job, everybody involved.
Well,
Period.
then, ladies, we are down to our final ratings. Out of how many hot combs do you give Sister Act?
5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. It is such a great movie. It's easy to watch. I do think it earned the PG-13 PG rating that it had. You know, the kids could watch it, they'd be fine. The comedy, Whoopi, of course, did her thing. The music in it was phenomenal. Not even just like the music that they sang, but like the music that was chosen as like like background. It was great. Um yeah, it's just 5 out of 5. Like that's all I gotta say.
All right, Bobby.
I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 hot combs because it deserves it. I mean, it's punchy, it's fun, it's relevant, whimsical, Whoopi. I just cannot go all the way and give it 5 just because compared to all the other movies that I'm thinking of that I've given 5 stars, I just don't think I can put it all the way up there with like now literally every movie I've rated 5 stars has vanished from my head. Probably like Malcolm X.
I think you rated The First Color Purple 5 stars.
Yeah, the color, like.
But to be fair, they're in two different like genres.
That's fair, but I gave Friday a 5. I'm pretty sure. I think.
You
So
gave
did I? I know I gave Coming to America a 5.
Yes.
The first one, not the second one. So they're both classics, but also like to me, some of the things that were bothering me, like really, they stuck out. So I just have to dock a point. I do. That's it.
That's all right.
All right. I'll just read my notes. My last note is 5 stars in parentheses. Was gonna give a 4.8, but I would be a hater.
No.
And honestly, close parentheses. Really, I mean, the credit sequence, the singing, the everything. I mean, I'm so sorry. I'm not saying you're a hater at all, at all.
No,
I
it's
wrote this
fine.
pre this. I think this is a perfect movie. And I don't say that about a lot, but it's a perfect runtime. It's airtight, start to finish. The credits, the graphics, Whoopi and singing with the choir, her actually like directing the choir. I mean, even I think now I don't know. I didn't look this up. I think they used CGI for the church, for the really, really big wide shots that was directly face on. And like for that to happen in the 90s, I've seen worse. That was a really good execution of making the church look full, where it was probably full on certain angles and it probably wasn't. I mean, like that's all I can say. I put dare to say. This is kind of what I want in a movie, especially from this decade, especially a funny. I mean, it's not a buddy cop because there's not two people, but it gives the same vibes. Like, I was just simple. Don't overthink it. Like I said, when you bring logic into any movie, it can ruin the movie. Like, obviously, door should have been locked. Maybe that might be a good thing to do next time when you're gonna kill somebody. But for the purposes of this, I this is absolutely a movie I can watch. more than once. This is
Mhm.
rewatchability. This is like the first PG movie. I don't even know if we watched a PG movie, but this is like the first, I'll just say PG-13-esque movie that we've seen that I feel like I would actually show to my kids. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Go. Have we
this
not watched?
is
Are we
I
heathen?
mean, I've not seen a PG movie, maybe PG shows, but not PG movie that we've seen, unless it's a documentary or something. I don't know. But it's five. It's five, perfect runtime. 140 is a perfect time that we need to bring back. Start
Mhm.
to end, credits, end credits.
Mm.
Boom. Solid. They sang good. Everybody had their character. There was always this type of character. Excuse me, that type of character. The bodyguards were giving the two stooges of the three. It was just, I have no complaints. I have
Mhm.
questionable things,
Right.
but also I had questionable things about The Color Purple. I had questionable things about Coming to America. I had questionable things for The Five Heartbeats. I've had questionable things for a lot of things. But for this, of what it is, this is like a Disney Channel original movie. Perfect.
It really is.
Mwah.
It was on Disney Plus, wasn't it?
Perfect.
It was.
I don't have
Yeah.
Disney Plus, so I watched it on Amazon, but
But this is that type of movie. Like, I could see this being on ABC Family.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And it probably was.
All right. And
Honestly.
it probably was, because
Like,
it's
for
not
real.
even called ABC Family no more, because I'm just
Oh,
that old.
Freeform or
don't
whatever.
even-
I remember
Yeah,
the day they
Freeform,
changed it.
sure.
I was so
For
pissed.
real.
It's like
I was
they
like,
renamed the freaking Staples
Pretty Little
Center
Liars put y'all up to this,
Center.com.
didn't
Like, how
they?
dare you? Anyway.
Anyways.
Alrighty. Well, that's been another episode of The Box Office here on the Hot Cones and Popcorn podcast. Thank you all for listening to our shenanigans, opinions, thoughts, and give us some prayers, because we're going to need them for this season with the movies we're probably about to start watching. Again, my name is Brianna.
My name is Danielle.
My name is Bobby.
Whenever. It's not like the street lights are coming on, guys. We gotta fight. We gotta fight for our right to be here on this camera. Okay. And get out at a reasonable school time. Okay. Yeah. So if you haven't already done so, please follow and subscribe to us on YouTube and Apple Podcasts. Throw us a like, share this episode, and leave in the comments, have you seen the original Sister Act? Did you watch it in theaters? And what did you think about it? Right? Not comparatively to Sister Act 2, because we haven't watched that or reviewed it yet. But how did you feel when you first watched it, especially with this being Whoopi's prime time? Did you have a good time? Did it transcend? Did you watch it at family reunions? All right. And let us know what movie we want to watch next. So please put it in the Instagram DMs. We love an Instagram DM. Put it under our pictures, our comments, and let us know if there's any movies that you would like for us to see and to watch and review, and you may just get a shout out. All right. So, like I mentioned before, we're always filming at night, and when that happens, street lights do come on, and we've got to go, because you know what happens when the street lights come on, and we ain't trying to deal with that at all, right? So, see you guys next time, same place, same time, and look out for our next episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye.